All right, guys, as you can see, I have 2 eggs here. And I also have my herring that I cut into small pieces with the knife. I just kind of chopped it. I end up letting it boil for 3 minutes versus the 5. I have some parsley. I like tomatoes. I have some onions. And also, I cut a little piece of the Scotch bonnet off. Okay, guys? So I will go ahead and season my eggs right about now. To my eggs, I add a little bit of black pepper. And I already removed that white slimy stuff. And I will use some seasoning salt, just a little. Okay? Because your herring has salt in it, so I will not use salt. But I just want to use the seasoning salt because I don't use Maggi in my eggs. Just a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit like that, because we know garlic powder can be strong. Since I'm using fresh onions, I'm not going to add onion powder. So I'm just go ahead and beat this together. And there's 1,000,001 ways to make this. This is how I choose to make it this morning. I can wake up tomorrow and make it a whole different way. But I just wanted to show you just one version, okay? All right. Melt. All right, guys, at this point, I just add some oil and some butter. We're going to allow the butter to melt. And this is unsalted butter. Like I said, we want to control the amount of salt because of the herring. And I'm going to turn my stove down just a little because we don't want anything to burn. I'm going to go ahead and add my herring in. We're going to let this fry for a couple of minutes. Okay, so we're going to let this fry for a couple of minutes. And remember, herring has bones in it, so you can remove the majority of the bones, but you're not going to be able to remove all of the bones, which is not an issue. They're so soft, you can swallow it, nothing's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to let that cook for a couple of seconds, well, not seconds, but a couple of minutes. All right, guys, it's been cooking for a couple of minutes now. The house smells wonderful because I love herring. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. And the reason you want to fry it first is because your herring infuses the butter and oil that you add. So this way your eggs will have a nice herring taste. I'm going to add my Scotch bonnet in as well because I want the spiciness to go all throughout my egg. And I like to kind of smash my Scotch bonnet in there like that. Just make sure it has a nice amount of heat, but not too much heat. And now I'm going to add my tomatoes. And the beauty of making egg is you add whatever you like in it. If you want bell peppers, you can add that. But I don't like bell peppers in my egg. But I like tomato and onions and parsley and the Scotch bonnet. I can smell the Scotch bonnet, guys. Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and add my parsley. And we're almost ready for the eggs. We need one more second. So our tomatoes to cook just a little bit, not too much, so it can warm through. All right, I'm going to turn my stove back on high. I'm getting ready to add our egg. I'm going to pour the egg all over. Like that. Guys, I'm not gonna, stir my eggs. I'm going to let it cook on the sides. Then I'm gonna push it in. As soon as I notice the edge is starting to get a little white, I'm gonna push it in. Okay, so I'm gonna push my egg in like this. And I'm pushing it in because I want it to cook. And at this point, guys, I'm going to turn my stove off. I know some of you guys are gonna say, oh my God, the egg is not cooked. There's enough heat on this stove to finish cooking my eggs. I do not like when my eggs are burnt, and I'm not going to flip it over, guys. No, we're not doing that. So what I'm going to do is trap in this steam with this, so this way the top of the egg will be cooked. I just wanted to show you this. My stove is off. Do you notice there's a lot of steam still coming out? It is still being cooked. So you notice that? All right, guys, here is our delicious egg with herring. It is outstanding, guys. If you like herring, you would definitely love this recipe. As you can see, my mouth is watering. I cannot wait to eat it. Until next time, guys, please like, comment, and do not forget to subscribe.